Hey, how y'all doing today? How many people we got in the chat? Who pulled up for the tier list? Who wants to deliberate today? It's an exciting day we've got. We have we have a lot of traits to go over, okay? So you better grab a water, energy drink, something, because this is gonna take a fucking minute. Probably give everybody a couple more minutes, just put out a ping for it. A couple more minutes for people to get here. Don't want to miss any deliberation, right? Alright, it's about 5:40, we're gonna start, so let's give it a little bit here. So, the tier list works like this. You've got OP. These are your traits that you literally have to take. Like, the OP tier is specifically for think of like a maxed out hunter. If you have a maxed out hunter and you have to have this trait on your maxed out hunter, that's your OP tier. They're great. They're often your first pick when you get out of your first game and you get those first trait points from leveling up. That's what the OP tier is. You've got your great tier. Your great tier is for stuff that's still awesome. You can definitely still make it a first pick priority after your first extraction, but they're not always gonna be necessarily on everybody's first 3 that they pick. Still great. They still do what they need to do. Still great traits. Alright traits, the alright traits, it's pretty self-explanatory. Those are some people might love them, some people aren't too big on them, but nobody thinks they're terrible. Nobody thinks that they're downright awful, right? I do not want to hear Tradesman right now. We need something high energy. Hey, what's up, Baron? Alright, oh yeah, sorry. So your all-rights they're great perks. Some people love them, some people hate them. Traits, whatever. Your situationals, those are, if you have a very specific build, they might be phenomenal for you, but for anybody who isn't using that very specific niche build, they're not going to be a priority. And your meme traits, they're the meme traits. You'll know them when you see them. Alright. We're gonna be starting from your rank 1 all the way to 100 in order on the wiki, the Hunt Showdown wiki, the order in which you unlock these. Obviously, we're gonna be starting with what I consider one of the most mid traits in the game. Adrenaline. Alright. Let me explain. Thank you, girlfriend. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? Adrenaline doesn't do anything crazy. It's not exciting, but it is a perk that almost all new hunters wind up with. I know it's... Okay, alright. I'm gonna die on this hill defending Adrenaline. I can't believe I'm gonna die on a hill defending Adrenaline. Adrenaline, when you have a new baby hunter, especially when you're a new player, it is noticeable. Fuck, I can't even sell myself on Adrenaline, dude. Okay, situational. Alright, it's not even a meme. It's not even, okay, we need a new tier. We need a new tier. Here, give me a sec. We need a new tier. Is that good? Is that good enough? All right. I'll put shit below memes because at least meme traits have a usage of some kind, even if it's a meme, right? We can agree on that. All right. All right. All right. And now we're going to move on to, all right, Bloodless. Bloodless is a phenomenal trait. It was sleeper for years, right? Dum-dum ammo wasn't super common. But let's think about this, right? All right. So let me explain to you. All right. I need to tell you guys, Dum-dum was buffed, okay? Dum-dum was buffed. And not only was Dum-dum ammo buffed, right now, drilling is one of the most commonly used weapons because it's an event weapon and it's exciting, right? Dum-dum ammo is the first custom ammo that you unlock on drilling in the event pass. So Dum-dum ammo is stupidly common right now. Everybody's using it on drilling. It's going right into great. If this was before Tide of Shadows, I would put Bloodless in alright. Maybe situational even. It was good. It was decent. It did its job. You didn't need it. Right now, Bloodless is awesome. It is so good right now. It is actually insane the value you can get. It's going right in great. Can we all agree on that? Can we all agree? Bloodless is going straight into great. I think that's a perfect placement. Yep. All right. Determination. All right. We're gonna need to talk about determination. Whoa. My bad. We're gonna need to talk about determination. Determination is a phenomenal trait and it does its job very well. However, let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with ourselves. Everybody takes stims. Everybody is taking stims. Everybody takes stims. We gotta remember, at this point, Hunt Showdown is 5 years old, alright? 5. And there is no reason to prestige for most people. Almost everybody that you're gonna be fighting at least has weak stims unlocked, and they are cheap. Alright, they are cheap. Everybody is spamming stims at the start of every match to make it an easier experience. Determination is literally useless if you have it. Yeah, and there's Conduit! Yeah, there's Conduit! Why do you need determination? If you do melee builds, right? If you do bomb lance, stuff like that, you can make an argument for determination being more worth for you. But I might piss somebody off with this. I might make somebody mad with this. But determination, it's going in situational. It's going in situational. I can't put it any higher. I don't want to put it in shit. It's not a bad trait. It is unironic. It would be such a disservice to the trait if I was to put it in shit. Because it does its job perfectly. Like, it's just that the job is unfortunately completely nixed by stam shots. It's going in situational. That's where it sits. Next we have... Okay. Alright. Hornskin sucks. Hornskin is terrible. What is the usage for Hornskin? Like, have any of you guys in the chat, a single one of you ever been saved by Hornskin? Like, there's no fucking way, right? Can you think of a single situation where you won the fight because you took 25% less damage from a grunt? Like, there's no way. Hornskin is so bad that it's one of the few traits in the game that the developers had to put a little extra line underneath it in game to tell you the uses for it. In game, there's an extra little line underneath it that says useful for fighting grunts. It's one of the only traits that needs that. It's going straight. Hornskin is so shit, dude. Oh, it's so bad. Hornskin's going right into shit. It's not even a meme tier. It's useless. Are you really about to make an argument that Hornskin is meme tier? There's no way. There's no fucking way. It's useless. We're moving on. We're moving on to one of my favorite traits in the game. Magpie. All right, Magpie. Magpie is goated. It is ridiculous. Like, Magpie is the first trait that I would argue is OP. But we need to discuss this. For one trait point, you get 5 minutes of antidote, stamina, and regen. Think of all the situations where you're in the middle of a fight, you're being shot at, right? People they have FMJ, they're fanning, everybody is shooting through walls, all the people are encroaching on you, especially right now in the event, right? Everybody's trying to beat the shit out of you, and you've got 90, 95, 98% left on that bounty. It finishes banishing, you grab Magpie, and now you're healing. You have 5 minutes of extra stamina to run away with. If they throw a hive bomb in there, you can't be poisoned. Magpie has saved me with the regeneration alone so many times. Not even to mention that if you're a solo, you also get the benefit of Dark Sight boost being doubled. So it's so good. I have to put Magpie in S, in OP tier. Does anybody disagree with that at all? Anybody at all? It's 2:30? You're right. Alright, you're all right. Forgive me. Still, a lot of fights in these wild cards are fast. That 2 minutes and 30 seconds is a big deal for regen alone. You're right. That's 2:30. You're right. But still. Anybody wrong with that being our first OP? I'll tell you what. I'll put it in great. I'll put it in great. No, okay. So because of solos versus squads, we're gonna put it at the top of great. We're gonna talk about a few more traits. And then at the end, we'll reevaluate. I might put it in OP. I might even sell myself on it over the next few minutes. We'll go with this. We'll do this. Let's go to Packmule. Alright. Packmule's an instant S. Instant OP. I can't even... People don't realize how ridiculous Packmule is until they take it. Right? It's so good. What I've been doing, and it's so good. At the beginning of every game this event, I've been taking a toolbox. I take 2 stims in a toolbox. I stick both stims, I put down the toolbox, and I open it up, Packmule. Remember, if Death Cheat's broken, we all have maxed out hunters. Let's be honest with ourselves. We all have maxed out hunters. Opening up the toolbox at the start of the game with Packmule gives me 2... Usually gives me a dynamite, it'll give me a frag bomb. It gives me so much value. Packmule is ridiculous. It's gotta... like, there's no question, right? People that don't take Packmule all the time don't get it. Getting 2 extra consumables... Well, I can't say 2. 1 to a total of 2 consumables out of each box is ridiculous. It's so good. Throughout the course of a game, you could throw 3 extra dynamites. You could stick 2 extra stims. There's so much value in Packmule. It's an instant OP. There is so much loot to be had with Packmule, and you get so much value. That's not even a question for me. It is one of the single most slept on traits in all of Hunt Showdown. And I'm only saying that partially due to the fact that I have gotten multiple dynamite kills in the last 3 days. Multiple. And almost all of these dynamites have come from Packmule. So. We're going to move on to the next one. Alright. This is going to be a little controversial. People that back in the day, a little bit a while ago, right? So if y'all remember Devil's Moon, this was like 7 months ago now. Devil's Moon, Salveskin was so ridiculously overshadowed, right? It was a non-factor. Everybody, like, it didn't matter. Nobody was taking Infernal. Let's be honest. Nobody was taking Infernal, and even to this day, nobody gives a fuck about Salveskin. I don't think. I think it's not bad, right? It's not useless. It's one of those traits that performs its specific job very well, but the specific job isn't great. It's like, I want to give Salveskin more credit. I want to give Salveskin more credit. But it's so mid. It's so mid. Yeah, it's situational. That's not even, I feel like that's an easy situational. I know it's, man. How is it great right? Nora, how is Salveskin great right now? There's heavy rain and wild cards. You don't even need Salveskin. The fucking heavy rain puts out the fire anyways. What do you need Salveskin for? You can't even light people on fire. Let's go into situational. Easy choice for me. No contest. Gonna put us to our next. Greyhound. Yet another trait that is completely overshadowed because of stims. Another trait that is overshadowed because of stims. We've gotten two at this point. I can't even. Can you think of a single point where Greyhound is the reason you didn't die? Can any of you name a situation where you lived because of Greyhound, dude? I can't. OP? What? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Please. What do you need Greyhound for? Just take stims. I think Greyhound is so unimportant to me that I forgot to put it in the fucking tier list. Are you kidding me? Did I seriously forget Greyhound? I don't see it. I think I forgot Greyhound. Is that no? I found it. I see it. I see it. I'm blind as fuck. All right. I'll tell you what. You guys love Greyhound. You guys love Greyhound. All right. This is why I love the fact that so many of you showed up for this, because I don't have the best opinions on everything. You guys seem to all like Greyhound. I don't give a fuck about Greyhound. How about we'll put it in all right for now, and then later on we might move it up to great. That work for you guys? Could we settle on that? We good on that? We'll leave it in all right, and we'll come back later. We might put it in great. All right. Now this is where it's going to get a little finicky. All of the repeaters, your Scopesmiths, everything that is a small QOL trait. Iron Repeater's better. Iron Repeater's better than some of the others, is what I'll say. I almost want to say it's alright. You could play the game without Iron Repeater and easily still win. They're such a non-factor, right? Like, you might have a situation once in a while where you reliably got an extra headshot because of Iron Repeater, but most of the time you shoot once and hunt, right? And they already dip behind cover. Like, having that extra sight on them because you didn't have to zoom out it's so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant, right? Like, and even if you end up going back to hipfire, you can see them anyways. A reminder, this isn't a Scopesmith. This is iron sights. So if you can see them in iron sights, they're not that far from you. So that extra sight is so irrelevant. When you go back to hit the lever, you can still see them. Like, it's so rough, man. It's so rough. I'll put it in situational. I'll put it in alright. I'll put it in alright. I'll put it in alright. It does its job, and it does its job well, but sometimes, in this situation, you don't really need the job. It's not like Scopesmith. It's not like Scopesmith. Alright. Let's kick it up a notch. Resilience. OP. OP. Right? Everybody? Resilience, instant OP, like not even an argument. Absolutely ridiculous. You need this on every maxed out hunter. It's no question at all. It's very often a first pick, or in the first three traits that everybody picks when they finally get that first extraction. It's top of. I love Determine. It's so good. Post patch, it's so good. Resilience is phenomenal. I can't think of putting it anywhere but OP. Can we agree on that? Right at the top right now. Right at the top. By the way, I put all of these images in here organized, but then Tier Maker just did whatever the fuck they want with them, so. Alright. We move on to levering. Now this one requires discussion. Levering is one of those few traits in the game that fundamentally changes how you play the game. Levering literally changes some weapons from being B tier to S tier. Fanning is in the same boat. These traits change the game for people. They literally change multiple weapons. I don't think that I can... It's so rough. It's so rough, because, like, and that's the problem with tier lists. Stuff like fanning and stuff like levering, they literally change the game for you. It's what, like, you want to put them in OP, but you don't take levering if you're not using weapons with a lever. So it's like... It's like, what do you do? I'll tell you what, I'll put it in OP, because so you'll argue that levering literally changes the game, but it's not OP? Not many weapons use it? Yeah, but good weapons use it, and they make those weapons nuts. Have you ever fucking turned the corner with a Terminus and just like, it's... Alright. Top of great. Hey. Top of great. Conduit. OP. Anybody else have any thoughts on Conduit? I don't even think it's a question. I think it's instant OP. Right up there with resilience. It's insane. Conduit is a free weak stamina shot that you can get 3 times if your teammates are kind enough to let you have all 3 clues. Almost every game. Almost every game you get 5 minutes of stamina, 5 minutes of stamina, 5 minutes of stamina. Conduit's nuts, and the heal. It's right up into OP. I'm putting it right at the top. I'm putting it above resilience. I'm putting it above Packmule. Alright, now that I'm seeing Packmule up there with resilience and Conduit, I almost want to move Packmule down already. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm putting Packmule in great. Don't be mad. Do I even need to stop here for Doctor? Do we even need to talk about Doctor? Do we even need to talk about Doctor? Do we even need to talk about Doctor? I don't think we need to talk about Doctor. It's right at the top. It is almost everybody's first pick for a trait. Almost every time. It's so good, and it's so commonly taken, that many hunters, many players, I should say, have considered Doctor to be... They want it to be naturally in the game for everybody as a default, because it's picked so often. It gets its own tier. We don't need to talk about it anymore. It's ridiculous. Alright. Now, fanning. Fanning is so good that it makes people mad. Fanning changes the game for so many weapons. Chain pistols. The uppercut. Fanning is ridiculous. Everybody loves fanning. It's so good. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Yep. Right at the top. It's below Conduit. It's below Conduit. It's above Resilience, below Conduit. Fanning is one of the most contested traits even on Reddit. They hate and they love this trait. Right into OP, no question at all. Alright. Iron Sharpshooter. It's alright. It's alright. Both of the sharpshooters going alright. The Scopesmiths are probably going to go in alright when we get there. It's a fine trait. There's so little that needs to be said about it. It does its job. Fine gun. Or fine trait. Alright. We arrived to our first Scopesmith. Now this is where you can make an argument. So, the problem with the Iron Sharpshooter... So, the problem with the Sharpshooters... You're already in iron sights. The whole point is that while you're getting ready for your next shot, you still want to maintain vision on your enemy before they dip into cover. If you're in iron sights, they're already close enough that when you stay your weapon, you could still see them. That's the problem. The scopes, however, you can be possibly looking at somebody from so far away that seeing them is useful after you shoot. But Deadeye doesn't see far. Deadeye does not see far enough. It's like, I want to give it more credit, but is it worth it though? It goes above the Iron Sharpshooters and below Greyhound. That's the wrong icon. I gotta get the little guy. So here's the thing though, Jessica. I love the Deadeye scopes too. They're the only scope you could fucking see through without using reshade. But here's the problem. You don't need the Deadeye. You don't need the Scopesmith. The Deadeye is fucking great, but you don't need Scopesmith. It's so irrelevant. You can just take the Deadeye scope and be fine. Deadeye is it's alright. Alright. Let's be honest with ourselves. The idea of steady aim is really cool. The idea of steady aim is really cool. But in 90% of fights, unless you are a piece of shit and you sit in a tower for 30 minutes, that 10 goddamn seconds that it takes, it feels like 10 seconds, that it takes for that gun to steady is not worth it. By the time, you should not be sitting in one spot, 90% of the time, you should not be sitting in one spot for that long, you're gonna get your dome taken off. I think steady aim is a great idea, with meh application. I think it's situational. I don't think it's that great. The idea is great. the practicality of it, I almost never take steady aim. I almost never take it. I don't get use out of it. You might. I don't. And I'm sorry, baby, but it's my tier list. It's going right in situational. I think that's a perfect spot to put it. Now, this is a trait that needs no introduction. Quartermaster. We all know where Quartermaster's going. We all know. We all know. Quartermaster is another trait that fundamentally swaps up the game. It's great? Are you kidding me? Do you know how many combinations of weapons became a problem because of Quartermaster? We already had an issue with people stacking ammo, but at least one of those guns was a pistol, right? Not with Quartermaster. You could get a Terminus in a Vandal. You got long to medium range. You got close range. There's have no double sparks pre-patch. I know that Quartermaster was technically just nerfed because of that specific interaction with the ammo being changed, but it's still really good. The only argument I can make for Quartermaster being lower is because of the ammo nerfs. I'll put it at the bottom of OP because of the ammo nerfs. Above Resilience. Below Fanning. I think we can agree on this. But it's gotta be an OP. It's been OP for years. It will remain to be OP for years. Alright. Now this is one we can definitely deliberate on. Ghoul. Ghoul used to be terrible. Back in the day, Ghoul was useless. It was terrible. It barely fucking healed you at all. It has been buffed now. Ignoring the fact that redo shots are a thing. Ignoring the fact that Mariner is currently a thing. I don't think that we could sleep on Ghoul. It is useful. You can't complain about it being on one of your maxed out hunters. It gives you value when you don't want it. Ah! I like Ghoul, but I can't justify it. Ah! I'm trying so hard, man. I want to fight for Ghoul. Because, especially when I was a newer player, right? I got so much value out of Ghoul. But it's just okay. Ah! Can we put it at the top of situational? Can we put it at the top of situational, at least? It's not a meme. It's not a meme. It's not a meme. It is useful. But it's not that great. If this was okay, hear me out. If this was pre-nerf Ghoul, right? Or pre-buff. Pre-buff, but it's going up here. Alright, Marksman Scopesmith. It is a step above. It is a step above Deadeye. This is to where you're getting to the point where you can justify needing to see your enemy after you shoot. Because they might go anywhere, right? This is when your Scopesmiths actually make a huge difference. I would say this is even better than Sniper. I mean, we'll deal with that when we get there, right? But I would put Marksman right here. I put it right below Packmule, right at the top of great. It's good. It's great. It's a phenomenal trait. Not only does it do its job, it does its job well. Alright. Bolt Thrower. Let's be honest, it's a meme to most people. But I do not think that Bolt Thrower is that much of a meme. I think crossbows are phenomenal. I think crossbows are great. The hand crossbow, you've got poison. You've got fire. But again, being honest with ourselves, if you aren't using the crossbow as your primary weapon, you do not get enough value out of Bolt Thrower. Because if you have a hand crossbow and you're shooting fire onto a body, right? You don't need to reload it right now. You can shoot that and then immediately swap to your regular weapon and be fine. I'm putting Bolt Thrower in meme. I'll put it in situational. I'll put it in situational. Because there are a lot of people that like crossbows. A lot of people. A lot of people. It's above determination. It's at the top. It's at the top. Alright? Alright. Serpent. I fucking love Serpent. But let's be honest with ourselves as well. Serpent is really convenient. It saves you, like, say, 30 seconds getting around the entire barn and getting to the top, right? It saves you a trip to the 3rd floor. But the situations where you steal a clue or you steal something from somebody, you steal a bounty, they're so few and far in between. You could steal the bounty, right? When you steal a bounty, it's insane. It feels so good. But the situations are so uncommon, man. I want to put Serpent in Great. Above Bloodless. Man, Great's becoming a fat fucking tier. I'm gonna slip Packmule back up in OP. I like that. I like that. I'll put Serpent above Bloodless. Below Magpie. Perfect. If you're in solo, Serpent's nuts. But I gotta account for the fact that a majority of players play trios. Alright, Necro. Necro is such a good trait. Necro is such a good trait that it broke the game. Ever since Necro came out and added revives for solos, ever since, people have been bitching about it. I cannot tell you how many times Necro has saved my whole team. Everybody takes Necro on every single hunter every time. Everybody in the squad is Necro. It's going directly up with Doctor. It's going in the Doctor tier. It is obviously not better than Doctor. Nothing is. Spoiler alert, Doctor's up at the top. But I would put Necro directly below Doctor every time. Can we agree on this? It's right below Doctor. Top 2 traits in the game, no contest at all. It is essential if you're a solo, you have to have it. And by God, I grab Necro second after Doctor for trios every single game. Every single time. I always grab Necro and Doctor and Necro in that order. Alright. Mithridatist. Meme. It's not even situational, it's a meme. This trait sucks, but it does a very specific, niche, sucky job very well. It is not shit, because Hornskin is useless. Adrenaline is useless. Mithridatist is not useless, it is just not great. It's going in memes. I don't think anybody's gonna have a hard argument with that. It's going in memes. Beastface. Amazing trait. I love Beastface. Everybody likes Beastface. The problem I have with Beastface is that it costs 4. We gotta be honest with ourselves. You get your first extract, you're getting what? 12, maybe 13 trait points, right? That's enough for Doctor and Necro. You are not gonna make the argument that you're taking Beastface immediately over Necro. Beastface is great. Beastface is useful. It does its job very well. It is not worth 4 points. It's worth 3 or 2, and it's not insane. I love it. I love Beastface, right? I love it. I put it on every maxed out hunter, but it doesn't break the game. It is a QOL. And then, dude, half the time, let's be honest, half the time, your fucking teammates don't have Beastface. So you run past the birds and they don't go away, they don't flock, but then your fucking boy comes through and he sets off the birds and it's fucking irrelevant. I'm the one motherfucker taking Beastface. It's so useless. Oh my, it's required, but it's irrelevant half the time. We'll put Beastface, we'll put it at the top of all right. It's going directly above Greyhound. It's not going any higher. Can we agree on that? I think that's a fine place. It's better than Greyhound. Gator Legs. Everybody needs to bite their tongue. Everybody needs to accept the king. We sleep on Gator Legs. We don't talk about it. Think of how many times you would have lived if you had Gator Legs. How many times did you have to jump into the lake to get away from somebody shooting at you, and then you got stuck? Think of how many times in wildcards that you could not move out of the way of Rotjaw during a charge and she one-shots you. You can solo Rotjaw with a melee weapon easily if you have Gator Legs. Gator Legs? Some people might not agree with me. It's OP. It's OP. I will die on this hill. I'll die on this hill. I'll die on it. It's OP. I take Gator Legs on every maxed out hunter. No question. It's OP. I might move it down to great later on, but it's staying in OP for now. All right, we have Steady Hand. Sucks. Can we be honest? It's not even a meme. It's not even a meme. It's shit. It's terrible. Who the fuck is sniping with pistols on a regular basis? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way we're putting Steady Hand anywhere higher than shit. It is shit. It's better than Adrenaline. If I'm dying on the hill for Gator Legs to be OP, somebody else is dying for fucking Steady Hand. I will not. I'm living. I'm getting off that hill. Whispersmith? It is... It's not alright, and it's not shit. It's either situational or it's a meme. It's situational or it's a meme. We're gonna argue over that. That's not true. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. My first 50 hours in Hunt, I spent only using a bow and an axe. Alright? Whispersmith was perfect for me. I was always crouching and moving around in buildings to get behind somebody and cut off their head or hit them with a bow. I had to swap weapons constantly. Whispersmith was goated for that. It's so sleeper. But I know that it's not a great perk. It's not a great trait. So, I'll tell you what. We're gonna put it above Bolt Thrower. And you know what? Now that I'm looking at this tier list, I'm gonna do something controversial as hell. Salveskin's alright. Salveskin's alright. It's alright. It's not situational, it's alright. Alright. Bulletgrubber. Bulletgrubber is... Okay, we need to talk about Bulletgrubber. Bulletgrubber is my favorite quality of life trait in Hunt Showdown. It serves a phenomenal job. But you have to remember, that job is a job that you can perform yourself on most guns. You can simply hold down the fire. You can't do this with pistol. You can hold down the fire button. And then you can reload the gun yourself without losing a shot. Now, that requires a higher skill level, I will admit that. But we gotta be honest. Most of the people watching my videos and the most people on the stream have over 1,000 hours. They know this. If you fire your weapon and you hold down your mouse button, you do not need Bulletgrubber. You don't need it. I love Bulletgrubber, and the animation is like sex on your screen. It's such a good... The animation for Bulletgrubber is awesome. But it's just alright. It's not great. You can do the job of Bulletgrubber yourself, and I love having it, but you don't need it. You do not need it at all. I know Bulletgrubber is an instant like A, S for a lot of people. It isn't for me. Silent Killer. Silent Killer has a very deep place in my heart. Again, I told you, for my first 50 hours of hunt, only used a bow and a melee weapon, an axe. Silent Killer was an enabler of that. But I'm willing to admit, it is a meme. It's not even situational. It's a meme. Even if you do melee builds, you don't need Silent Killer. You just need to run faster. You can ready your weapon 10 seconds before you get near them, and they don't hear it anyways. It's a meme. Okay, you know what? Sammy's right. Do we make an exception for wildcard? Do we make an exception for wildcard in this event right now? To put it in situational? No. And bear in mind, I love Silent Killer. I love it. But I can't justify it. Lightfoot. Hear me out. Hear me out. It's OP. I'll put it above Packmule. I'll put it above Resilience. I'll put it below Quartermaster. But it is OP. Lightfoot is amazing. Robert, I agree. I don't think there's any question. If you're in a compound fight, you want to have Lightfoot. If you're sneaking around, you want Lightfoot. If you are approaching the bounty token, you want Lightfoot. If you do a melee build, if you have a sniper, you want Lightfoot. It's going right into OP. I don't consider it better than Quartermaster, Quartermaster fundamentally changes the game for you. But I will admit that Lightfoot is phenomenal. It's OP. All right. We don't even need to stop for this one. Tomahawk is a meme. It's a meme. Tomahawk's a meme. It's easy. Meme. It's fun. It sucks balls. But it doesn't suck enough balls that it doesn't do its own job. Holy shit! Gray finally got channel VIP! 20,000 viewer points! Holy shit! Wow! Wow, that must have taken months. We're pogging! Let's go! Alright. Everybody knows we're about to hit a few memes. Decoy Supply. Decoy Supply's not even a meme. It's so bad. It's so shit. Decoy sucks. Decoy sucks. Everybody, look, I love blank fire decoys. But they suck. Decoys suck. The moment you're above 3-star MMR, decoys barely work. They're good for breaking windows. But you can also just get the fucking decoys from, like, you can get them from a resupply anyways. You don't need anything else. It's shit. Alright. Now Blade Seer. We can argue over Blade Seer. It is situational. Right? Some people might say shit. I don't see it as shit. It's a very good QOL. And it does its job well. But it's very situational. I think Blade Seer goes right into situational. It goes below determination, right at the bottom. But it's still good. Alright. Dewclaw. God damn, the description of Dewclaw is so big. It's a meme. We all know this. It's above Mithridatist. But it's a meme. So, let me put it down for you real quick. If you have poison arrows, you can just stab Butcher in the fucking face with Dewclaw, and you'll kill him in like 6 hits. It's nuts. But it's a meme. Can we all agree on that? Dewclaw's a meme. No, it's not situational. Come on, man. There's no way you want Dewclaw. Even if you have a bow, you're almost never gonna use Dewclaw. No shot. There's no fucking way. Bro, even in melee range, you're still gonna shoot them with a bow in the fucking chest and one-shot them. Why the fuck do you need Dewclaw? It's a meme. Just for you, Sammy, it's at the top of meme, but it's a meme. Alright. 100 hands. This is controversial. It's alright. You literally need it. And let me argue why I think it's alright and not situational. A lot of people use bows. A lot more than they used to. And you kind of literally need it if you have a bow. It does its job very well. It allows you to one-shot at a further range. It allows you to one-shot at a further range. It allows you to shoot faster. It makes your bow more reliable. And bows are not uncommon. Crossbows are less common than the bow. It's going in alright. Alright. Now this one's gonna cause some problems. Bulwark. A lot of people sleep on Bulwark. A lot of people sleep on Bulwark. A lot of people sleep on Bulwark. I love Bulwark. It has saved me many times. Explosions and bomb lance. Pretty good. But it doesn't work against all explosions. Dynamite's still gonna fucking kill you with Bulwark, buddy. Dynamite's still gonna kill you. Frags are still gonna kill you. Let's be honest with ourselves. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I love Bulwark. Bottom is situational. I like bottom of situational. I like bottom of situational. The bomb lance is not a common weapon. We can all agree. Bottom of situational. If it blocked all explosions, if it blocked dynamite, if it blocked frags, they aren't explosions. If it blocked frags, OP. It doesn't. Vigilant. It's not even a meme. Vigilant sucks. Shit. It's shit. Vigilant sucks. Is anybody gonna argue against Vigilant being in shit? If you're close enough to a bear trap that you need Vigilant to see it, your enemies are going to hear you go into dark sight and they're going to fucking shoot you. It's shit. I don't even think we need to talk about this. It's terrible. Also, why the fuck do you unlock such a terrible perk at rank 61? Vigilant is a crime against traits. It's fucking worthless. Poacher, however. Poacher I need to fight for. I will fight for Poacher, alright? It's only one trait point. It is only one trait point. But I can I can count at least on 2 hands the amount of times that I disabled a trap going into a room, and it's the only reason that I was able to sneak past it. It's the only reason I was able to sneak up on somebody. It's the only reason I got a kill. Over 5 times at least, because that's 2 hands. I want to put Poacher. The top of situational. It's above Whispersmith. Can we agree on that? All right. All right. Frontiersman. Frontiersman is, I genuinely believe, the single most slept on perk, or trait rather, in all of Hunt Showdown. Frontiersman is the single most slept on trait in all of Hunt. Unironically, I think Frontiersman goes in great. Is Frontiersman very expensive? Yes. Is it worth it? I think so. It goes right in great. Honestly, it goes above Bloodless. Frontiersman's fucking awesome. It's such a good trait. It's so good. Is it expensive? Yes. It's going up there. Alright. Iron Devastator. Pretty great if you're using shotguns, right? But why are you ADSing with a shotgun? Why are you ADSing with a shotgun? Why? Hipfire the bitch, dude. No, it's shit. It's the worst of the irons. It's the worst. It sucks balls. It's so bad that it isn't even on my... It's not even on my list. I missed one of the irons. It's so bad it's not even in the pictures. It's going in shit. Iron Devastator is shit. Poison Sense. Oh, so then that means I'm missing one of the irons, because there's fucking 3 of them, is there not? There's 3 irons, and they have, like, almost the exact same fucking... picture. Bolt. Alright. Poison Sense. Fuck. Okay. Alright, there we go. It's fixed. Alright. Bro, it's so hard to tell what they're so similar. Poison Sense these nuts. Poison Sense sucks. It's barely a meme, dude. It's like, I want to say it's a meme. I want to say it's right under Mithridatist, because, fuck, dude. God, I want to, Alright. How about we put Mithridatist at the bottom of situational, and we put Poison Sense in memes? How about that? Because Mithridatist has a job, and it does that job, but you don't really need it to do that job. I think this is fine. Right. And like, it's 150 meters away. That's great, but still. The sound in Hunt Showdown is so good that if you're trying to FMJ people through walls, you can just see them. Or you can hear them and fucking bang, 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 they're dead. Like, hit that with some fanning, dude, they're dead. Like, you don't even need to see them. You can fucking hear them. Alright. Pitcher. Pitcher is slept on. It's slept on. I could think of literally 100 fucking times where I would have gotten somebody. I would have gotten a kill with Pitcher. I would have gotten a kill with a dynamite if I had Pitcher. I could think of like 50 times. Earlier today, I threw a big dynamite and I got it just in the water because I didn't have Pitcher. And you know what happened? We lost that fight. Pitcher's great. Pitcher's great. Pitcher is awesome. It's so good. Yeah, Sammy was there. I fucking threw the big dynamite right in the water. It was this close. It was this close to touching the tree and blowing that fucker up. But I didn't have Pitcher. Dynamite is insane. We have to remember, folks, any explosive that can one-shot somebody in Hunt is your best bet. Because you don't have to see your enemy to kill them, and they can't hit you. Most of the time, they're not going to see you throwing it. They're just going to hear it, and they're going to run away, and they're going to die. Pitcher prevents that from happening. It's awesome. I'm so tempted. You know what? I sold myself. It's better than Magpie. It's better than Serpent. It's better than Frontiersman. Pitcher is awesome. Alright. Assailant. Assailant's a meme. It's a meme. It is slept on. But it's a meme. Because again, there's even with the ammo nerfs, there's so much ammo in Hunt Showdown. Why are you throwing knives at somebody? And then for PvE, you can still one-shot grunts and hives and stuff by just throwing them in the fucking head. And then with the axe, it already one-shots most stuff. It'll even one-shot an armored. Why do you need Assailant? It's a meme. It's a meme. Now, Ambidextrous. You know it. I know it. It's OP. Is anybody gonna argue against it being OP? How many times have you died to somebody with chain pistols and ambidextrous? Now, you don't need ambidextrous. You don't need it. Fuck, you're right. You don't need it. It's great. Okay. You don't need it. Alright. Let's talk about this. Everybody hates dying to dual-wield chain pistols. Everybody hates it. What enables that better? Ambidextrous. You know what? Alright, tell you what. Ambidextrous does its job too well, and it is too commonly used for me to put it anywhere below alright. Here, how about I put it at the bottom of great, and I might move it down to alright later. Alright? Sorry, Rabbit in the Mine, I want instrumentals. I don't want to hear her lovely voice talking over me. Why is Helena playing? What the fuck? Thank you. Yes, my Hunt Showdown playlist has, has Helena in it. What the fuck? Dauntless. It's a meme. Dauntless is a meme. You don't need it. But YouTube sucks. Okay, so Dauntless is... Alright, we gotta... Boys, we gotta remember, Dauntless is fucking cheap. It's 1. It's 1 point. But it's so situationally useful, and you most often don't even remember that it's there, and then you fucking die. Or you waste your dynamite. I will put it below... I'll put it above Ghoul and below Bolt Thrower. We could settle with it here. Alright. Vigor. Vigor. It is a... It's not bad. It's not bad, right? And in right now, in the event, you can combine it with Mariner. And it's goated. But we have to remember, this is not just an event tier list. This is all of Hunt. How many of you fuckers are taking Vigor when you're in a regular game? I know you fuckers aren't. And if you aren't using it in the middle of a fight. Because it tells people where you are. Because Darksight is not silent. It is very loud. If you go into Darksight to heal with it, somebody's gonna turn the corner and shoot you in the fucking face. It is alright. It's at the bottom of alright. It's above Salveskin. It's above Salveskin. I will put it above Salveskin. Vulture. Right at the top of Great. We all know it, right? We all know it. Look, there always has to be one guy on your team with Vulture. But that's the thing. You only need one guy on your team to take Vulture. Because think about it. If you kill somebody, two of you get to loot the body, then your Vulture guy gets to go loot the body. You don't need Vulture on all three guys on your team, and that's why it's not OP, it's not required, but you can make an argument for it being right at the top of great. It's so close. If only one guy out of a squad of 3 needs to have it, it's great. Water check, by the way. We're getting there, everybody. Everybody, we're getting there. We're almost at the end. We're almost to the event traits. Sniper Scopesmith. It's great. It's great. But is it better than Marksman? I will put it in great. You guys, you gotta remember, if you're not putting yourself in a position where a sniper is useful, then they don't get any fucking value out of this. If you're rushing people, you know what I mean? We all hate snipers. We shouldn't encourage that. And we're all playing to deal with that. We're all fucking dealing with the reshade snipers, right? So why would we want to encourage it? But on top of that, there's so many ways to get around it. You don't have to deal with a sniper every fucking game. There's so many ways to get around them. And if they're in an area, you can just avoid them and fight somewhere else. You know what I mean? I'm willing to put it above Marksman because snipers are ridiculous. That is where it will sit. Kite skin. For anybody who's ever played with me, you know I'm a big fan. You know, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of taking fall damage. I do it all the time. I take fall damage all the time. I've died to fall damage on stream like 7 times. Kite skin is awesome. But here's my argument against kite skin. You get it at rank 85, dude. 85? Rank 85. I have been prestiging like a madman this event. I get to enjoy kite skin for maybe 4 games before I prestige, alright? 4 games? 4 games, dude? I know a lot of people don't prestige or they're already maxed out and they don't have to worry about that, but like... Kite skin's going... right under Vulture. Right under Vulture. You know what? I'll put kite skin... I'll put it below Magpie. It's still great. Nah. Alright. Alright. Oh, wow. We're way past fucking schedule. Sorry, boys. I was supposed to take an hour to do this. I've been talking way too much. I hope this has been good content. Alright, Physician. We have one more, and then we have the event traits, and then we're done. Physician. It is OP. We know it's OP. But it's 80s. It's rank 87. It costs 5. And I would say 70% of the time, I still get the heal off. Even without Physician. It is nowhere near Doctor. It's Brother Perk. It's great, but it's nowhere near Doctor. You only save about 1.5 seconds. There's videos. You only save like 1.5 seconds. If that. How about this? Alright, how about this? It gets the top of great, but Vulture goes to OP. How about this? The bottom of OP. How about this? You can make an argument that Vulture's OP. Only because it changes the game. Vulture changes the game too. Vulture makes it so that you don't have to actually divide up the loot. Everybody gets to loot in your squad. So I'll put it at the bottom of OP. And Physician is so good, in that second and a half can definitely save you, but you don't need it. You don't need it. Now we go on to our event traits. Now, the event traits don't have a wiki article because for some fucking reason the Hunt wiki kinda sucks sometimes. It makes my job really easy. But you all know what these traits do, and if you don't, I will tell you. We'll start with Signee. Signee gives you 10% extra event. It's alright. It's alright. It's great. Fuck, it's great, you're right. Shit, it's great. Alright. Signee is so hard to put in a tier because it doesn't affect your gameplay at all. It just makes you get to the event pass a little faster. I almost don't even want to put it in the tier. It's like, I almost don't even want to put it in the tier list. It doesn't affect gameplay at all. It's the only trait on here that doesn't affect your gameplay at all. But it's great. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and hide that now that we don't need it. Alright. We begin with Mariner. Mariner heals you in water and heavy rain slowly, but it heals you. It's not even slowly, it's pretty fucking fast compared to a reju shot. It's faster. I would put Mariner, unironically, I would put Mariner all the way up here. If you play wild cards, no, so, okay, fuck, you're right, there's normal hunt. Fuck, you're right, alright, it's alright, it's alright. If we're talking just wild cards, Mariner goes into OP. But if we're talking all of Hunt right now, it is the bottom of great. It's above Signee. Bottom of great. Alright, and then we're gonna follow up Mariner with the tier 2 sister perk. It's gonna be Gunrunner. Gunrunner's alright. Gunrunner, so it's money. Gunrunner removes the contraband from any weapons you have, and then it burns out of your inventory. It's another burn trait, so after you use it, it's gone. If you take a single Caldwell rival, and that one Caldwell rival is contraband, it burns the trait. That's the problem. There is no threshold for money. You don't get to choose when it burns. It just burns. And that's why I'm putting it in the... I'm putting it at the bottom of alright. It's below 100 hands. Money. It is so good for getting money. But the fact that you cannot choose when it burns makes it kinda shit. If you burn that for a single Caldwell... If you burn that for a single PAX, you're so mad. It's two pledges. 2 pledges. And you can barely ever control when it burns. It also doesn't take the contraband off of your tools. Or rather, off of your consumables. It doesn't. It doesn't. Only the guns. Bottom of alright. Alright. Invisible. Invisible goes above Serpent. Invisible is so good. If you're sneaking into a compound, it's good. It's great. If you're sneaking into a compound, Invisible is great. If you're playing the game, it's great. So, for you folks that haven't been playing this event, let me put it down for you. I have shadow around women. Let me put it down for you. Shadow says, you are invisible to mobs besides bosses. However, they could still hear you. If any of you guys have used Shadow, the sound doesn't matter. Besides the very occasional meathead, they still don't chase you. Even if you're sprinting and jumping, it doesn't matter. It's the sound profile is irrelevant. They might look at you and they might lurch at you, but they don't chase you. When you read the trait, it acts like you don't like the sound. It acts like the sound will still set off these mobs, but it doesn't. They might chase you for a half a second, but they don't chase you. It's so irrelevant. You are literally invisible. All mobs ignore you. The only mobs that will actually chase you is a hive if it is set off. If you go in melee range and the hive sets off, that is the only thing that is able to chase you besides a boss if you have Shadow. Fuck, I sold myself, dude. I'm putting it right up here. I gotta put Shadow right up here. No, fuck it. Shadow is amazing. Now we'll talk about its sister trait, Remedy. Here's the problem with Remedy. You cannot guarantee that there's ever going to be a trait nearby. Remedy allows you to go in Darksight and look at a trait on the ground. You can burn it. You can burn that trait to give your whole team a full restore. Bars back, health back, stamina, everything. Full restore. I have a video out right now. It's actually in the chat. Nightbot put the link there. If you don't take invisible, and you have Death Cheat and you have Remedy, you can always guarantee that at a cart, there's always an invisible. Hey, mister, thank you, buddy. I've seen your comments. I appreciate it, brother. I've seen you. If you leave invisible at a cart and don't take it, you can always guarantee, with Death Cheat being broken, it's not removed when you die, and with Remedy, you can guarantee that you always have a trait to burn at a cart. Always. Because there's no way you're not taking Death Cheat, but you're definitely not taking Shadow over the other two. If you are using Death Cheat to cheese XP, about time you fell on Twitch, I appreciate it. If you're abusing Death Cheat, Remedy's insane. But if you are not abusing Death Cheat and you take Invisible because you want to use all of Grounded Pact, you want to use all the event traits, it's not great. You can kill 5 meatheads in a row and not find a single trait. Especially when you need it. It's alright. Top of alright. It's above Bulletgrubber. It's above Bulletgrubber, alright? It's above Bulletgrubber. Can we settle on that? If you are not doing the specific strategy that I made a video about, that I use to abuse Death Cheat and Remedy, if you're not using that specific combo, you can almost never guarantee that you'll have a trait available when you need the restore. It's at the top of alright. Instinct. Instinct allows you to get a orange/red indicator on your screen pulsing in dark vision, in dark sight, whenever there's an enemy hunter within 75 meters of you. It doesn't tell you where they are, but you know they're there. Instinct is OP. We all know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. It's OP. The only reason that Instinct is at the bottom of OP is because you only need one guy in your team to have it. You don't need everybody to have Instinct. You don't. But it is amazing. And one guy needs to have it on your team. For that reason, it's going in OP. Its sister perk isn't great. Relentless. It prevents you from losing a health chunk when you're downed. That health chunk could be a 25. Oh, Sammy. Oh, thank you, brother. What a Chad. Look at that guy. Look at that Chad. Look at him. He's bricked up, dude. But let's be honest with ourselves, everybody. Let's be honest. I'm now blushed. Alright, we're almost done. Death Cheat. This is the absolute hardest trait to rank I've ever seen, only because it's an event trait. So let's talk about it. If we're talking, if Death Cheat was permanent, but because Death Cheat is only available for a short time, and it's intended to be a burn trait, it's broken. It does not burn. You have an infinite, unkillable hunter, but it is intended to be burnt. I have to put it below Doctor. Doctor, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, however long Hunt is alive and live, Doctor will always be the best trait in all of Hunt Showdown. It will never be below its own tier. It is number one. But Death Cheat is better than Necro. And Death Cheat is ridiculous. Death Cheat breaks the game. Death Cheat makes everybody have a maxed out Hunter right now. Death Cheat makes everybody unkillable. It takes away consequences. Death Cheat literally, fundamentally breaks the game. I made 2 videos on this. Death Cheat is so good that when they brought it back for the second event, when they brought packs back, because we had it back in Devil's Moon. In Devil's Moon, nobody took anything else. Everybody took Grounded Pact because Death Cheat was there. They didn't take anything else. Now that Death Cheat's back, it's the tier 3 trait for every single pact because it breaks the game. Holy shit! Bro, Sammy. Bro, we just got blessed up by Sammy. And Jessica. Ah! I know the best people in the business, and they're all in my chat. Holy shit, now I am obligated. Bro! And Robert... You guys are all such wonderful people. You guys are all so kind. McCree. Everybody got a gifted sub. Look at that. Look at that. Everybody got a gifted sub because Sammy's a Chad. Look at those names popping up. Look at those names. What a world. Everybody, this is the tier list. Is there anything we want to move before I take the screenshot and we sign this off and play Hunt? Is there anything we need to move at all? I don't give a fuck that we're missing one of the Scopesmiths. Who cares? Or we're missing one of the Irons. Who cares? Is there anything we need to move around? Anything at all? I think this list is solid. I think this list is very good. Adrenaline should be in Doctor tier? Fuck, you're right. Oh, you got me. Absolutely perfect. Alright, everybody. This is more of almost a 200 sub special because we're about to hit 200 subs. We're about to hit 200 subs on YouTube. I just want to put that out there. It's a big milestone for me. I can't wait for 1,000 subs. That's when we get partner. That's going to be the next big milestone. but this is our 200 sub special today. This is my official 2023 Hunt Showdown traits tier list, including current event traits from Tide of Shadows. It's official. This is it. Doctor, top of the board. Our top 3. Doctor, Death Cheat, Necromancer. Easy. This is a good list. This is a good fucking list. And now it's time to play Hunt. While you're waiting outside for us to not leave this church, if you want to go on YouTube, a very flamboyant horse. I've got some great videos. Ah!